What's going on, guys? It's Coach No back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. This one is another wild one, man, like they all are. It's about a guy who murdered his wife while she was on the phone with 911, and they captured the audio during that time. And now he's, headed to trial because he made a messed up decision. He wasn't thinking clear, man. So let's check it out.
Prosecutors are calling it a failed murder-suicide.
Macomb County attorneys played a 911 call documenting the moment they say a woman was killed by her husband.
The victim was calling for help when she was gunned down. 7 Action News reporter Shelley Childers is here with the emotional reaction in court. Shelley.
Yeah, that's right. This call is hard to listen to as Ebony Byram calls first responders for help, saying she and her husband were in an argument and she needs police to help her.
And it always start off with an argument. Like, man, dudes gotta learn, man, you're not gonna win no argument with a female, man. It's never worth it. Especially when it's something serious, or you know what I'm saying, she feel like it's that serious. Like it's no winning that, man. Even one that's not that big. You're just not supposed to argue with them. You're supposed to always be able to control your emotions and think logically for everybody, because we all know that the female is thinking off of her emotions, off of how she feels. Her damn near whole life is based off of that, and how she feels. So it's up to the man, to us as men, to think logically for everybody, man. That's why, the man, the head of the household, man, the leader, bro, because majority of us, we think logically, rationally. I'm not saying you don't get in your feelings sometimes, but at the same time, you control them and you don't let them take over you and end up in a situation where you can't get out of, or you did something that you're going to regret. Because, really you're not supposed to have any regrets when you live your life, man. And thinking clear, making the best decision for yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, all of those things, man, is only going to help you. And working on yourself, stuff like that, man, you're not really going to have time to be arguing with a female if you got motion and stuff like that going on, man, because you're going to have too much to lose to even want to be arguing with a female, man. That's too much time on your hands if you got time to go back and forth with your woman. That's supposed to be your peace.
Tears in court as a 911 call is played to the public. It's the last moments of Ebony Byram's life. She's heard reaching out for help. It was around 1 a.m. on October 1st, 2016 at this condo in Macomb Township. Police say Ebony is heard telling her husband, Hal Byram, to leave.
No, I want you to leave. No, you don't leave. You need to leave. No, I'm not. Because I have a child here.
On the call, she explains to the dispatcher why she wants her husband gone.
We just had a dispute. He wanted to get on his stuff and leave. It was the middle of the night. We could do this another time.
In court, Byram sat listening intently as his wife requested police. On the phone, the dispatcher asks about weapons.
Any weapons in the home? It is.
Just seconds later, as the 911 call continues,
It's not. It wasn't in play. There's no threatening anything.
the dispatcher is interrupted by gunfire. 10 shots are heard and then silence.
Hello?
The call brought tears to family in the courtroom. Hal Byram sat quietly, showing little emotion.
You hear 9 shots, rapid fire, and then less than a half second, a second shot, or the 10th shot, which is he places into his own.
Byram survived that injury. His wife was hit 9 times. She was found dead inside the home.
Man, this is messed up. If it was really over something petty as, him coming back to get his stuff the next day, and he didn't want to because, we heard her saying, you need to leave. And he's talking about some, no, I'm not going anywhere. Bro, get up out of there, man. Why is you arguing with that woman, man, about, like, you ain't had nowhere else to go? Why are you even arguing with her in the first place, man? You should be doing what you got to do to get your stuff together to the point where if you're going to argue with her, you got something to fall back on or a place to go or something like that, man. So even, like I said before, even arguing with him is crazy, bro, because if you got time to sit there and argue with her, man, you really don't got that much, emotion going on. And you need to get you some business, man. Build yourself, work on yourself to the point where you feel like, it's too time consuming and it drains too much energy to argue with a female, man. And then on top of that, she talking about, that she got a child there and he still was refusing to leave, man. Like, took her life, seems like for no reason. It wasn't nothing she did to make him do that. There's nothing that a female can do to make you go to that extreme, especially if that's supposed to be a wife. Like, yeah, couples argue sometimes, man, but the man is the one who's supposed to think logically and rationally, man. Like, you don't unalive her because you don't want to come back and get your stuff later, man. And honestly, forget about that stuff. I'll go get some new stuff. I ain't even coming back to get the stuff. If it's over, man, then it's over with, bro. You got to be able to, have stuff going on like that. If it really comes down to it, all right, it's over with. Fuck that shit. You can keep that there. I'm gone. I don't even want to come back and get the stuff.
He is charged with first-degree premeditated murder. The judge agreed this case will continue to trial.
Now, the victim's teenage son in this case from a previous relationship was at home at the time. We're told he was awake in a different room and did hear those shots. He made a second call to 911. He was uninjured. We will continue to follow this case very closely. Reporting live, Shelley Childers, 7 Action News.
It don't even look like he shot himself, for real though. Like, where in the head did he shoot himself at, man? Because he still looked like he functioning and all that. Then, that's probably why he was on that too, though, because that kid wasn't his. So he didn't really care that much about it. Like, he wasn't, thinking at all, because it don't matter whose kid it is. If you're going to mess with her, all right, fine. But when it comes down to it, she's saying, you need to leave. I got a kid up in here and all that. You talking about, no, you ain't going nowhere. You're not making the best decision for anybody, especially yourself. Like I always say, if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody, man. So, that's why it's so important to put yourself first, so you can be able to take care of somebody else too, if that's what you want to do, because it just doesn't make any sense, man, to sit up there, go back and forth with the woman, especially if you need her. Like, what are you doing, man? It doesn't make any sense. And this dude looked like he about 40-something, and now he's going to do 40-something years in jail off a 40-second decision, which is crazy. And it's on audio on 911. He's probably going to admit to doing it, and then it's a witness in there, which was the kid. And he really made an irrational decision anyway, because he tried to unalive himself after he unalived her, because he probably didn't want to deal with the consequences, or when it got real after she stopped moving and all that, you know what I'm saying? And then he just did what he did and try to take the easy way out. And now he has to face the consequences and live with that for the rest of his life, man. So just let it be, a lesson learned, man, on how, asinine it is to argue with a female, man. Especially if you're supposed to love her, if that's your wife, man. You can go take a walk around the block or do something. Get up out of there, though. No, it's not worth it at all. Anyways, man, I'm Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. And until next time, I'm out.